Once upon a time, across the vast continent of Africa, leaders rose to power. Their reigns were marked by complaints, signs of tyranny, oppression of most citizens, and suffering. Today, we unravel the stories of 7 African leaders labeled dictators by their own people and the paths they took, leading to their eventual fates. Chapter 1. Idi Amin, the Ugandan despot. In the heart of Uganda, Idi Amin ruled with an iron fist from 1971 to 1979, committing widespread human rights abuses. His reign ended in exile in Saudi Arabia, where he lived until his death in August 2003. Chapter 2. Mobutu Sese Seko, the Zairean tycoon across the border in Zaire. Mobutu Sese Seko's rule from 1965 to 1997 saw his wealth soar while his country suffered. His reign crumbled in 1997 when rebel forces, led by Laurent Kabila, ousted him. Mobutu spent his final days in Moroccan exile, succumbing to prostate cancer in September 1997. Chapter 3. Hissène Habré, Chad's Iron Fist. In the vast deserts of Chad, Hissène Habré ruled from 1982 to 1990, perpetrating human rights abuses. His downfall came in 1990 when rebels overthrew him, forcing him into exile in Senegal. In 2016, justice caught up with him, sentencing him to life in prison for crimes against humanity. Chapter 4. Jean-Bédel Bokassa, Emperor of the Central African Republic. In the heart of the Central African Republic, Jean-Bédel Bokassa's reign from 1966 to 1979 included his self-coronation as emperor. After being overthrown in 1979, he lived in exile in France before returning to his homeland in 1986. Arrested and convicted of crimes, he saw his sentence reduced and passed away in the car in November 1996. It would be important to mention that he banned begging. Men aged between 18 and 55 who had no jobs would be fined or imprisoned. Chapter 5. Muammar Gaddafi, Libya's controversial leader in the vast deserts of Libya. Muammar Gaddafi ruled from 1969 to 2011, facing international controversies. His reign crumbled in 2011 during a civil war, ending with his capture and death at the hands of rebel forces in Sirte. His death was met with mixed reactions as the West labeled him a terrorist while Africans believed he was a freedom fighter trying to liberate Africa from the West. Chapter 6. Robert Mugabe, the controversial leader of Zimbabwe. In the beautiful landscapes of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe ruled from 1980 to 2017. Pressure led to his resignation in 2017, and he lived in relative seclusion in Zimbabwe until his passing in Singapore in September 2019. Chapter 7. Haile Mariam Mengistu, Ethiopia's Red Terror. In the highlands of Ethiopia, Haile Mariam Mengistu led from 1977 to 1991, infamous for the Red Terror campaign. In 1991, he was overthrown, seeking exile in Zimbabwe, where he resides to this day, avoiding prosecution. These tales remind us of the intricate legacies left behind by African leaders now labeled dictators, and the paths they treaded once their reigns came to an end. Africa's history continues to evolve, shaped by dreams of democracy, justice, and respect for human rights. And so, the story of Africa goes on, filled with hope for brighter tomorrows. For these past leaders, we truly hope the future truly sheds light on how genuine or not their intentions towards the continent and their people were. Until next time, stay sharp, keep safe and learn more.